Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and former Democrat vice presidential candidate Tim Walz, well, he just shoved his running mate Kamala Harris under the bus. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, please check that address in the lower right-hand corner. It's youtube.com/@explainamerica. And when you get there, please hit subscribe absolutely free. It really helps us out. So, look, Walz and Harris, they kind of got their clock cleans in the election by Trump and Vance, and they're still smarting from that. Although, at least Walz is still governor of Minnesota. I'm not really sure what Harris is doing these days besides taking really bad pictures in her kitchen. But be that as it may, Walz, he just gave an interview and he talked about he and Harris couldn't get the job done. Fair enough. But when asked if he thought that Harris should be the leader of the party, when asked if he thought Harris should run again in 2028, it wasn't such a positive answer. It was a very political answer. It was a very let me distance myself from her answer. Because Walz, this gigantic goofball, I think he has designs on running for president in 2028. And I got to tell you, bro, if not for Kamala Harris, you never get on a presidential ticket. You are not going to win a primary. She brought you along. You were never going to, ever. You are a world-class goof. There was no way you were ever getting on a presidential ballot, bro. Come on. Now you're trying to shove her under the bus to save your own political skin. I'm not a fan of Harris, but bro, she'll beat you 28 ways from Tuesday. In any election, any primary, anywhere on the planet. You wouldn't stand a chance. You don't, against anybody I could think of in the Democrat field, I don't think you would win. So you better just get back in line and play nice before they kick you out of the party. I want you guys to watch this video and let me know what you think in the comments.
Sir, who do you think the leader of the Democratic Party is right now?
I think the voting public right now is what I would say, and I keep telling that. We're not going to have a charismatic leader ride in here and save us from this. And I would argue that the Tea Party, as it arose out of the ACA, well, where was that charismatic leader? It was John Boehner and Mitch McConnell, and a whole bunch of angry folks at town halls that had members of Congress like myself answering questions. So when people are looking around, where's the leaders or whatever, they are going to organically step up. And what I said our job is, of people who do have power to enact things, we damn sure better be doing it. Yeah, and we better be out there standing alongside them. That's what we need to do.
The one thing I would offer you that, sir, is, I mean, I take your point about congressional leaders. Mitt Romney had lost in 2012, but I interviewed Donald Trump in Iowa in 2013, right? There was a Republican on the stage who would then go on to dominate our politics for 10 years. Do you see anyone who could be a national Democratic figure? I mean,
yeah,
Go ahead.
I see a whole lot of them. And I see people out there articulating. I see young members of Congress stepping up. I see folks that are out there. I see it out here, state senators, state legislators, folks that are getting ready, labor union members who are out there talking. So I think the thing we need to do is we can't cede the space. If Donald Trump's going to be out there and then Senator Slotkin gives her response, we have to be there every day because this guy is a master of continuing to just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, and then we take the bait on it. So I would argue this. We need to be better organized. There is going to be an organic uprising, which we're seeing out of folks, and many of those are independents at these Republican town halls, but there's Democrats saying, where the hell's the leadership? Folks are doing that. Those of us who have this power, and I think governors, just to be candid, and I'm certainly biased about it, we have a lot of power. I'm going to get on the phone right now after I get off this, and I'm going to be talking to the premiers of Manitoba and Ontario. And we're going to figure out what we can do that's in our power at the sub-federal level to make a difference. Those are the things we should be doing. Those are what leaders across the country should be doing. And as I pledged yesterday, if these Republicans are too afraid to go out there and tell people how great it is to fire VA employees, I'll go with members out there. I'll go with people to let them speak. The public wants to speak, and I'll guarantee you that it is a lot of independents and it's a lot of folks who are saying, who's going to stand with us? Which party stands with it? Because what they're figuring out right now is it sure the hell isn't Donald Trump with firing VA employees, but are the Democrats going to stand up? That's a question we need to answer.
Is Kamala Harris a future leader for the Democratic Party?
Well, I certainly think she could be. There'll be decisions to be, like I say, all of us.
Do you think she should run for president?
Not by our choice. If that's something that she should do, I think she had a positive message. I think I own this with her. Were we able to deliver that? Obviously not as effectively as we should have. But I think the ideas that she was bringing up about an economy that works for everyone, expanding the idea of health care and affordability, making sure that Medicare and Medicaid and Social Security were protected. She shares the values of the bulk of the American public. In 100 days, I think she was articulating that. If that's a choice she needs to make, here's what I'm saying.
Are you going to run for president?
I don't need to be on
I know you
ticket,
talked to David Remnick about this. Are you going to run?
Yeah, I talked to David for 45 minutes and it was like 5 seconds worth in there. Here's what I said is I don't need to be on the ticket. But I do need to be there, I believe, because what I saw in the country and what we're able to do is I want to be a part of making sure that we win. Not because I want to see a Democrat win. It's because I believe the VA is important. It's because I believe Social Security is important. It's because I believe climate change. So I'm out there. Whatever they need from me, I'll go wherever they are. But that's, at this point in time, I'm governor of Minnesota, but I hear the public. We need to take the fight to every corner of the country.